Greetings everyone, and welcome to the very first edition of the MOBA Archives here on Game Acclaim. My name's Ephorus, and I'll be helping to guide you along this wondrous journey through the gaming genre known as Mobile Online Battle Arena, aka MOBAs. While there are several different types of MOBA games to choose from, the three most prominent being League of Legends, Dota 2, and Heroes of the Storm, today's episode we will be focusing strictly on Heroes of the Storm, Blizzard Entertainment's fast-paced take on the classic formula. Heroes of the Storm, or HOTS for short, is a game where players choose characters taken straight out of the greatest IPs that Blizzard has to offer, and has them battle it out on several different battlefields for ultimate supremacy. Diablo, Warcraft, Starcraft, even classic games like The Lost Vikings are all up for grabs in this fan service free-for-all. While there are not as many characters available in Heroes as there are in other MOBA games due to it being relatively new to the scene, the roster list is ever growing and seems to pick up steam with each new hero release. Heroes of the Storm keeps a bit of similarity to other MOBAs by classifying different characters that you use with roles that they fulfill. Each provide a different playstyle depending on who you're using. These roles will include the Warriors, who are the tanks of the game. They are the beefier heroes who are designed to be on the front lines, absorbing a lot of incoming damage and providing peel support for their uber squishy teammates. Don't think that just because you're tanky, though, that they can't do damage either. I'm looking at you, Leoric. Assassin is our next role. These are the true damage dealers of the team. What they lack in defense, they make up in pure offense. They come in two flavors, ranged and melee, and are your team's main source of DPS and burst damage. Keep them alive, and they will reward you with the blood of your enemies. Third, we have supports. They're pretty self-explanatory. These heroes are the medics, the shielders, the utility experts that keep your team alive. Sure, they can be specced with talents, which we'll get into soon, to be more damage-oriented, but where they really shine is when they make that clutch heal or shield that turns the fight in your favor. Finally, we have specialists. This role is what most consider the jack-of-all-trades, as they fulfill different needs for a team. They are unique in the sense that they are generally broken up into two subsets of specialists as well, the Commanders and the Siege. Commander specialists are exactly what they sound like. They command from afar and sway the tide of battle with strategy, whereas Siege specialists are designed to push lanes and jungle camps and lay waste to everything in front of them in the glorious name of whoever he happened to be fighting for, I guess. While a team can be made up of any combination of these roles, there are two meta compositions that are currently the norm for every game. Comp 1 includes one warrior, one support, one specialist, and two assassins, while the second comp includes two warriors, one support, one specialist, and one assassin. It's all a matter of preference, though, and your ability to work together as a team. Do that and focus on objectives, and your comp will be pretty successful regardless of what it is. Get out there and experiment with it. If you're watching this video, you probably have a basic understanding about how experience in video games work. You do an objective or kill a target, you gain experience. Gain enough experience and your character will level up, granting increased stats and possibly new abilities. MOBAs are no different, really. Each game revolves around increasing your strength through time in order to become more powerful to win the game. However, there are differences in how this mechanic can be implemented. That brings us to the comparison of Team XP versus Solo XP. Games like League of Legends and Dota 2 use a Solo XP system. What that means is basically each member of the team has their own individual experience bar, level, and so forth. If they're doing well, they can out-level other players in the game, and if they're doing poorly, then they will of course suffer the consequences by being out-leveled themselves. This can lead to what players like to call a snowball effect. A single player can get off to a great start and get so powerful that their strength begins to snowball, usually to the point of making them nigh unstoppable. Heroes of the Storm chose to avoid that situation altogether. Instead, Heroes implements the Team XP system. What this means is that it is a true team game, as there is no individual levels or experience to be had. Rather, you have a team level and experience bar. Killing minions, sieging towers and keeps, jungling the jungle camps, and defeating enemy heroes, they all contribute to your team's experience. It stops the snowballing effect that plagues other games, as no one character on the map will become an unstoppable wrecking ball. But of course, all of this leads us into our next section. One major component of Heroes of the Storm that you might notice right off the bat is the item shop, or lack thereof actually. Heroes once again deviates away from the norm and does away with in-game item shops entirely, replacing them with something that Blizzard is more known for: talent trees. At team levels 1, 3, 7, 10, 13, 16, and 20, your character will have the opportunity to spend a talent point. These talents are what allow you to get a sense of customization for your hero of choice. When you're first starting the game, you will have a limited selection, but as you progress either your hero level by playing them again and again, or by reaching player rank 25, you will unlock the remaining choices for talents for your heroes. Each talent can do a different assortment of things. They can increase the damage or range of your innate abilities, give you passive bonuses to your overall quality of life, or even provide you with active skills to use in a pinch. However, no matter what you choose, you must know that these talents represent your quote-unquote item shop. What this means is that when you choose these things, this is how you will enhance your character. There are no swords or pieces of armor or trinkets to buy. It's you and your talents. That's it. Some people like this mechanic as it cuts down on time trying to find particular item builds, and some don't like the mechanic for the same reason. It's a simple matter of preference, but it definitely sets Heroes of the Storm apart from some of the mainstream MOBA games. Heroes of the Storm also has another major difference that can give it that unique feel: the Battlegrounds. As of this video posting, Heroes boast a whopping 9 different battleground maps for players to wage war on, and each of these maps has a different mechanic or gimmick that should be greatly taken into consideration. Currently on screen are the 9 maps and a brief description of what each map mechanic entails. They range from the newest map, Infernal Shrines, which tasks each team to summon a small amount of minions and destroy them in order to tribute summon one of 3 terrifying punishers that helps push the lane, to the much more subtle and piratey Blackheart's Bay, which has teams fight for gold doubloons used to bribe a pirate to bombard the other team's base with cannonballs. For more detailed information about these maps themselves, I recommend checking out Heroes' website or just getting into the game and trying them out. They're all a lot of fun. Just like every other competitive MOBA, Heroes of the Storm has its very own ranking system. Dubbed the Hero League and unlockable at player rank 30, this is the ladder system for competitive play that you'll be enduring. There are 50 Hero League ranks, with 50 being the low end and 1 being the high end, and with each rank representing 2% of the player base. For example, if you're rank 45, then you represent the lower 90% of the player base, and if you are rank 5, then you represent the highest 10%. Keep in mind that you cannot just jump into finding out what your Hero League ranking is, as you must first play through at least 20 placement matches in order to get a starting point for your ascension to the top of the Heroes of the Storm community. In order to progress up the rankings, you must win your ranked games, obviously. After every game, you will see your Hero League rank meter go up if you win, or down if you lose. Every rank has a corresponding number of points you must accumulate before you move up a rank. Be warned, however, as you can be demoted and go backwards if you lose your games consistently. Finally, we come to the last section of this introduction to Heroes of the Storm, the shop. No, this isn't an item shop that lets you buy things to increase your skills, but rather a shop that has a multitude of heroes, skins, mounts, and stim packs that can boost your XP gain. You can use your hard-earned in-game gold to buy some things, or you can throw down that fat stack of cash and buy something with real-life money. Either way, 99% of the items here are cosmetic only, and the stim packs do not affect your in-game playing ability in any way. I recommend checking it out often in order to see if there are any sales going on so that you can build your experience the way that you want to. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the basic principles of Heroes of the Storm. It's a MOBA that dares to be different and break the mold of what we think a MOBA should be in a lot of ways, but somehow still maintains a sense of familiarity. While this video might be full of information, I definitely recommend you go out and try this game yourself to get the full effect. This has been the MOBA Archive brought to you by Game Acclaim, and we hope that you enjoyed what you saw here today. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, comment, and share, and let us know what you want to see on Game Acclaim channel in the future, as we're always ready to listen.